Hey friends, welcome. It is the first time with you. Subscribe to never miss an upload. In this video you are going to watch the 10 most dangerous cities in the world. Traveling globally can be one of the most rewarding experiences. When you leave your home and head to a new country or city, you have the opportunity to enjoy new cultures, interesting sights, and unique foods. However, not all places in this world are safe for visitors. Unfortunately, some of the most beautiful locations around the world are also some of the most dangerous. The danger in these places is usually the result of corrupt governments or high crime rates due to the presence of dangerous gangs, cartels or militant groups. Before you start planning your trip, you should make sure that you are aware of the risks of visiting one of these dangerous cities. You may be shocked at some of the locations as they may be popular travel destinations. To compile this list, we relied on the different sources. So, the 10 most dangerous cities in the world are: Number 10. Cape Town in South Africa. We moved to a new continent for the 10th most dangerous city in the world. Cape Town, South Africa has always had a reputation for being unsettled. The city was the center of the race riots that divided the country for many years. While the violence associated with riots and civil rights has calmed, the city is now seeing an increase in violent crime due to gang activity. There are over 100 different gangs operating in the city, and by some estimates, more than 100,000 residents are gang members. Due to gang conflict in Cape Town, the city experienced 64 homicides per 100,000 people in 2022. Cape Town, like St. Louis, only has pockets where violence is prevalent. There are some parts of Cape Town that are quite safe for visitors and potential residents. Number 9. Feira de Santana in Brazil. We move into South America for our 9th most dangerous city in the world, and the most dangerous city in Brazil. Feira de Santana is home to 619,606 residents. In 2022, 67.5 per 100,000 of Feira de Santana residents were victims of homicide. Homicide is not the only problem in Feira de Santana. This city also has very high rates of assault, robbery, and theft scams. Number 8. Uruapan in Mexico. We come back again to Mexico for the 8th most dangerous city in the world. Uruapan is located in a lush, mountainous region of Mexico. Surrounding the city are beautiful mountains and green forests. However, this beautiful landscape is overshadowed by the violent crime rate in Uruapan. This city saw 72.5 homicides per 100,000 people. Most of the violent crime in Uruapan is attributed to 2 drug cartels that are fighting for control over cocaine and fentanyl trafficking operations. Number 7. St. Louis in United States of America. We come to our first city on the list, which is not in Mexico. Located almost directly in the center of the United States and near the confluence of the Mississippi and Missouri rivers. St. Louis is a popular travel location and a thriving industrial and commercial city. However, it also has one of the highest violent crime rates in the world. In 2022 the city saw 88 homicides per 100,000 people. St. Louis also has the highest drug usage rate in the United States. It is important to note that it is not the entire city that is dangerous. Most of the violent crime in St. Louis occurs in a small section of the northern part of the city. Travelers who are mindful can safely enjoy St. Louis. Number 6. Ensenada in Mexico. As the third largest city in Baja California and a popular beach destination, it is surprising that this coastal city is on the list of the most dangerous places in the world. However, like most of the other Mexican cities on this list, Ensenada is plagued with violence. In 2022 the city experienced 90.5 homicides per 100,000 people. Along with murder, the city also sees a high rate of burglary, carjacking, and kidnapping. Most crime in the city is attributed to 3 rival drug cartels that operate in the area. Number 5. Irapuato in Mexico. Located in the state of Guanajuato, Irapuato is a mid-sized city that is the hub of the Mexican automotive industry. With approximately 470,000 residents, this industrial city experienced 95 homicides per 100,000 people in 2022. Most of the violence is attributed to conflicts between 3 drug cartels operating in the area. One of the most alarming violent trends occurring in Irapuato is random, mass shootings. There have been numerous reports of groups of armed men shooting randomly at individuals in bars, restaurants, and other public places. Number 4. Ciudad Obregón in Mexico. If you step into Ciudad Obregón, you may notice that it is a beautiful city, surrounded by beautiful views. However, below the surface, this city is considered to be one of the hubs for drug and human trafficking in Mexico. In this moderately sized city of just over 300,000 people, there are 101 homicides per 100,000 people. Combine this with other violent crimes like kidnapping and carjacking, and this is not a place for tourists to visit. Number 3. Ciudad Juárez in Mexico. Located on the border between Texas and Mexico, just across from El Paso, Ciudad Juárez, or just Juárez, is one of the most populous cities in northern Mexico. It is also the third most dangerous city in the world. Like many Mexican cities on this list, violence in the city is largely attributed to turf wars between the Sinaloa and Juárez drug cartels. Juárez was once a favorite spot for El Paso residents due to many nightclubs, bars, and inexpensive souvenirs. With the violence, tourism has dropped off, exacerbating the crime issues that often accompany poverty. In 2022, the city saw a homicide rate of 103 murders per 100,000 residents. Number 2. Tijuana in Mexico. American tourists to Southern California often make the trek across the border to Tijuana. Once a fun place to party, this city in the last few years has unfortunately become one of the most dangerous places in the world. With a homicide rate in 2022 of 105 murders per 100,000 people, along with drug cartel activity and an alarming rate of human trafficking and kidnapping, Tijuana is no longer a safe place for tourists to party for cheap. Number 1. Celaya in Mexico. This city in Mexico has the highest violent crime rate and murder rate globally. With just under 625,000 residents, Celaya, Mexico in 2022 experienced 109 murders per 100,000 people. The violence in the city is the result of two competing drug cartels. Unfortunately, their violence spills over to the community, and many of the individuals killed in this drug-related violence are innocent citizens. Thank you for your subscribe and rise thumbs up if you like the video.